Hey guys, welcome back to another great game of CDH. Also, if you want to support the channel, come check out our Patreon, as it's the best way to support the channel and help us produce the content you enjoy. Also, if you're interested in playing with us, hop on our Discord. We have an ever-growing community and we'll love to talk MTG or whatever strikes our fancy. And another benefit is we often let people know when we play and would love to meet some new people. Alright, block there, kill that. Oh, that is trample. Guess I'm just dead on board. First up, we have Ivan and Tatyova. Tatyova is an all-star legendary that does amazing things by just playing lands. This is a Simic ramp deck that leverages Taty's amazing ability to draw lots of cards off simply playing lands. The win con, other than just outvaluing his opponents, is infinite turns with Mystical Sanctuary, a Time Walk, and Trade Routes, or a few other options to do the same thing. Next up is Hidden Planet X, bringing the Beamtown Bullies. This is a very unique reanimator list, as his goal is to reanimate quote-unquote bad creatures, but not to his side of the board, but to give them out to his opponents, as who can't be grateful when they get a free leveler on their upkeep? And when he's not reanimating, he has all the best Jund removal, and who knows, maybe even a World Gorger might just show up. In the third spot, we have Luke, piloting Krark Sakashima. This is a synergistic mid-range deck that can pivot between Storm and Control. It uses clone effects on Krark, turning the apparent randomness of his triggered ability into an engine that both copies and returns your cantrips, rituals, tutors, and interaction, winning through Underworld Breach, Dualcaster Mage, clone effects, or direct damage. And bringing up the rear, we have Fernando, and a new deck he's testing out, Kodama Silas Ren. This is a Sultai list that takes advantage of Kodama's ability to circumvent mana cost, dodge counterspells, and pull off some sweet combos, while also relying on the tried and true Thassa's Demonic to finish the table out. But without further ado, let's get on to the gameplay. Before the game starts, Luke does mold a 5. Ivan has an Urza Saga and uses it for a turn 1 Soul Ring. Hidden has an Undergrowth Stadium and enchants it with a Wild Growth. Luke has a Training Center as land. Fernando plays a Polluted Delta. Ivan draws and upticks his Saga. A Rejuvenating Spring comes out, and with the help of an Elvish Spirit Guide for an extra mana, he has a turn 2 Tatyova. Hidden plays a Sun-Scorched Desert, pinging Ivan for 1, and unfortunately Hidden is 1 turn too late as he casts a Manglehorn to destroy the Soul Ring. Luke has an island and taps 2 for Krark.
I'm good.
I crack this for an underground sea, and I'm gonna cast a brainstorm.
Fernando puts 2 back and goes to his turn. Fernando plays an Ancient Tomb and passes. Ivan draws and taps his Saga for mana, and responding to the search trigger, Fernando flashes in an opposition agent. He ends up exiling Ivan's Mana Crypt, and Ivan has a command tower as land. He gets a life and draw off Tatyova, and then turns her sideways at Hidden, who takes the hit.
And then I'll pass turn.
Alright. That is a terrible, terrible draw. That's really bad.
You see the demonic tutor? Because
it actually is. I'm not judging that.
Yes.
That's actually what I do.
Love to see it.
Hidden is unfortunately missing red mana, and in desperation casts a Life from the Loam with no targets. Luke starts with an Overmaster. He triggers Krark and rolls. He ends up rolling evens and gets a copy of the spell, and then casts a Mystic Remora. It resolves and he passes after that. Fernando starts by casting a Stolen Mana Crypt. It unfortunately enters tap due to the Manglehorn, and he then plays an Exotic Orchard's land, and for 2 casts a Dothy Voidwalker. Hidden is not happy to see it, but luckily for him, Ivan needs it gone to loop his extra turn spells, and decides to force it, pitching a Ghostly Flicker.
Alright, I'll play a fetch land. I have a trigger.
Yeah.
Where's my fetch land?
I'll crack it.
All right. I will take your.
Oh, fuck me! Oh, why am I like this?
You can undo that. It's fine. It's hard to see with the camera. I'd say just don't crack it. It's fine. It's hard to see with the camera. That's fine.
I don't even need it. Like. Oh, it's so terrible. Alright, thanks for taking Alexis.
Ivan then heads to combat and sends Tati back at Hidden. Hidden dredges his loam, but doesn't mill any lands, and once again casts it for no value. Luke untaps and pays for his fish. He then casts an End the Festivities. He triggers Quart, and luck is not on his side, as he rolls odds and the spell is bounced. He then ends his turn with a Cephalid Coliseum. Fernando starts by taking 3 from his crypt.
This was my intention all along. Do 3 damage to the black players. Yeah, let's go.
A tropical island comes out, and he taps 6 for a Kodama. Surprisingly, it resolves, and for a green, Fernando gets a Birds of Paradise. He triggers Kodama and puts a City of Brass into play. Fernando then ends his turn with combat, and sends his agent at Luke, who doesn't block.
Please block it.
Please block it. I'm gonna attack with my opposition agent at Luke.
Yeah, I'll take 3.
Yeah, I figured. That's it.
Party pooper.
Ivan has a Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth as land. He gets another draw of Tati, and then for 3 casts a Reminop Excavator. Hidden once again dredges the loam, and finally finds his lands. He casts the loam, giving a card to Luke, and plays the Return Luxury Suite as land. Luke lets his fish go, and tries to end the festivities again, and this time Quark doubles the spell, dealing 2 to his opponents and their creatures. Now with the Oppo gone, he plays and cracks a Wooded Foothills, but this time Hidden as a response, as he abrades the Quark. But needing his commander, Luke responds with a Pact Negation, and since it doesn't cost any mana, he's able to recast the Pact as many times as needed to finally roll correctly and counter the abrade. Luke then fetches out a Volcanic Island.
Am I gonna get another turn?
Cool. Probably.
Yes. That's all I wanted.
Am I gonna get one though?
Not that doesn't depend on me actually. I just want to do a cool play. I would have to be very lucky. Let's put it that way.
2 mana then gets Luke a Phantasmal Image, copying Kodama. He follows this up with a Mystical Tutor that Quark unfortunately bounces back to hand. Also at this point, Ivan's phone starts to overheat, so his video is going to be a little sporadic. Fernando gets his turn and takes 3 for his Mana Crypt.
Took 3 from the Mana Crypt.
Ah, I see.
Your Mana Crypt sucks, Ivan. Just so you know.
Oh.
Ivan then rushes off to the freezer to cool off his phone while we continue the game. Then for 6, Fernando casts a Bolas's Citadel. It resolves, and he puts a Necromancy into play to take Ivan's Reminop Excavator. Fernando then looks at the top of his library and plays a Misty Rainforest off the top. This triggers Kodama, and he puts a Morphic Pool into play. Fernando then pays 4 to cast a Notion Thief off the top. Next is a Crop Rotation, and he sacks a City of Brass to find a Wooded Foothills. 2 life then gets him a Talisman of Dominance, but he doesn't like what's on top after, and cracks his fetch for a Bayou. He shuffles and looks at his top again. He originally thought he had struck gold, as he tries to cast a Finale of Devastation, believing he could pay the X cost with his life. Unfortunately for him, that's not how it goes, and he just ends up paying 2 life to essentially mill the card instead. And at this point, Ivan's phone has chilled enough, and he rejoins the table. 1 life then gets Fernando a Finhorn Elves, with another 2 getting him a Mystic Subdual, targeting the Quark. Oh wow, no one's respecting the Tatyova.
I'm not doing anything. Leave me alone. My phone doesn't work, so I can do anything.
That's what I'm counting on. His phone is gonna just die, and then he'll be.
And then I'll pass turn. Yeah.
But the elves don't stay long, as he sacrifices it to a Culling the Weak for 4 black mana. And when the table thought Fernando couldn't get any luckier, he finds a Mononic Betrayal, which lets him cast Hidden's Milled Vamp Tutor. He finds a Windfall and pays 3 life to cast it. And unfortunately, while Luke does have a response, it's not a counter spell, and he casts a Mystical Tutor. And while Luke is searching out the card he wants, Fernando casts Ivan's Soul Ring.
I'm a fan of casting your cards.
Yeah.
I got your Mana Crypt and your Soul Ring.
Glad you're having a good time. Opposition agent, my Urza Saga, using my Soul Ring, using my Mana Crypt.
Luke then finds a bolt to the top, and the table then discards. And due to the Notion Thief, Fernando gets to draw 20 cards while the table is left empty-handed. He then pays a black into a dark ritual and then casts his own Soul Ring, getting a Robber from Kodama, and then chords for 3 for a Spellseeker. This then gets him a Demonic Consultation and then an Eternal Witness for the Finland Elves. He casts the Elves and neoforms them away for a Thrasios, and with the Demonic in hand, he wins the game. And before I get into the game review, I want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Game review. Wow, I guess Ivan didn't actually get that next turn, as Fernando just went off with Bolas at Citadel. Although it was mainly luck on what he got, I definitely have to give him props for actually finding the win con through it all. And as for luck, looks like luck was not on Luke's side, as Quark was not really getting a whole lot of advantage, with quite a few actually not resolving. Although I would say Hidden was the unluckiest of all, as those Life from the Loams gave him nothing, and he had a handful of either double black or red spells, and that really took him out of the game. But question for the viewers. I know there have been some controversies over Quark as a commander, and I definitely give props to Luke, as he was able to execute Quark really efficiently for not only this game, but another we were able to play with them. But I know some people absolutely hate this commander, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you know that we have a TCG affiliate link, and if you ever see a card you want to try or are inspired to brew something new, use our link when purchasing and we'll receive a small portion of the sale. This is a great way to support the channel, and if you enjoyed the gameplay, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps us keep making videos. And remember, never give up, even if you're dead on board. I'll see you guys later.